Open butthole. Close butthole. This is a wireless mic and it costs a couple of $100. This is also a wireless mic from DJI, okay? And it costs a lot, okay? Both are wireless mics, but the quality of this, the solidity, the build of this is by far higher than this. We all understand this concept, right? Same goes to cars, same goes to phones, same goes to laptops, right? It's the same with chargers as well, okay? I have seen a lot of charger brands out of nowhere, wherever they are from, you know. I can go to China now and create my own Bobby charger for a couple of $100 and import it here and sell it to you, or I can give it a fantastic name, you know, like Eco-Electric or something, you know, just do branding and all that. The thing is, I see so many affordable cheap chargers now, AC chargers, and I just want to show you guys this, that one of the best, in fact actually I think there are only a handful of the best chargers, AC charger brands out there, and I just want to show you guys one that I think you all should consider. It costs double that of what those cheaper China-made chargers in like 2,000, 3,000 ringgit. This one is 6,000, all right, but it is the best. It's from a big Italian power solutions company called Enel X. You know, they are a 1.5 billion revenue company with 6,000 employees, and this charger is now officially in Malaysia. This charger is called Juice Box, and it's from Enel X. Okay, this company, you can go Google Enel X. All right. So this charger is brought in, the sole distributor is called My EV Mart. This is the one that I wanted for myself, okay? I bought this from them. I haven't had an EV now, but I'm getting more and more EV cars to review. So I did my own research as well. And this is the one that I think I wanted, okay? So I'm waiting for my condo to get the approval letter. It is the most expensive charger in the market, but I think it's worth it because even the most expensive one is only 6,000 ringgit and you're using this for 5 years, 6 years. Don't tell me you buy a Porsche Taycan and then you want a cheap charger at home. You want affordable ones from China, from some unknown manufacturer, and then slap on a branding, right? Bobby Ang charger. Everything is different from an expensive charger like this and a cheap charger like those. And if you think about it, right, you buy an EV car, it's gonna last you, you're gonna use it for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. This is a one-time cost. It is a one-time cost. And it costs less than your iPhone. So I do not understand people who say, wow, it's 6K, I can buy that for 2K. Bro, it's your charger for your car, which costs 300,000, 250,000. So I do not understand why. Because the phone that I'm recording this on, people change phone almost every 2 years, right? So check this out. I'm gonna do a video on Enel X's Juice Box. All right, let's continue the video. Cheers. I've driven Teslas. I've driven the Model S P85 many years ago at Sepang, going against an NSX R, and I had a bit of fun on that day. Now, that's aside this, it starts from 199,000, and apart from that, everything else is optional, all right? So the 199, I believe very few people will transact at 199. 199 is just to catch the attention, because with 199, you come with a base white paint, you come with these instead of a key, and you don't get all the autopilot, advanced driving features, all right? But if you buy the car, you take a loan, you should dump things in. The paint, the red one is 10K, the blue or black is 5K. The wheels, these are 19-inch. You can up to 20 if you want to, for stylistic purposes, and pay more for tires probably, but you can also pay for that. You want an actual key, you can pay. You want enhanced autopilot, you can pay. You want the full suite of self-driving, you can pay as well. Basically, this car here is about 220 plus. You can pay up to 230, 240 based on the options, which I think is right, because a lot of car makers try to pre-spec their cars in and then try to market it to justify the price, whereas Tesla does the complete opposite, right? This is the car, this is the price, you want, you pay, you want, you pay, which is fair. All right, I'm in the interior of the Tesla Model Y. Apart from the door card, you know, having a door open button and a Windows button, the entire dash has 2 buttons. Yep. But they are multi-directional. So, say for example, I hold this button, it activates the camera, but after they show this, I can also, okay, I need to hold it again to come in here, and I can choose to open or close the camera, but I can also push to the left to go to menu and select if I want to fix this button as steering wheel, heater, brightness of the screen, fan speed, temperature, or whatever. But it sort of fixes it. So let's say open glove box, and then it will open the glove box. But I have also, by pressing that and opening the glove box, I have also preset this button as opening the glove box. So if I close it back now, and I wanted to use this button to go in there to do something else, I press it, boom, the glove box will open first, and then I click menu, and then go up to camera, which I think should be something that is more important than opening the glove box. And there we go. Now I close back the glove box, and if I hold this, okay, let's close this. All right. If I'm driving, I saw a stupid Aston Martin out here, and I'm worried, so I hold this, and boom, I have the camera. But this variant doesn't have a front camera. Yeah, it only has the sides and the rear, which is logic in a way, but you get the drill. Now, when Elon Musk came up with this dashboard architecture, or Tesla, I said that in a very, very early article in my magazine back then. I said they are very, very smart, because back then, 10 years ago, everybody's screens are like this big, or this, you know, max. And when they show such a huge screen in the Model S, everybody was like, wow. But I said it, by increasing the screen size to such a big extent and let you do everything from here, perception-wise, they increase the value of the car. But in actual terms, in manufacturing, Tesla was able to eliminate a lot of costs. And Tesla are masters at eliminating costs. Even Toyota has to learn from Tesla when it comes to learning how to efficiently employ where your money's worth at whereabouts of the car. Another thing is that when you look at a car's interior like this, it is so different from usual cars, we do not draw a direct comparison. Remember, in the early days, people were complaining about Tesla build qualities. Let's see how they are. Less sound than a C-Class. And the center tunnel doesn't move. This is leather wrapped, very nice. This is, okay, that's a very deep cubby hole. Carpeted. This cup holders, nothing special. Very big space. Efficient use of space. And there are 2 wireless chargers here. Yeah. What else do you need on daily drive? Yes, the screen doesn't rotate, you know, like BYDs. But yeah, I've driven the Model S, I haven't driven the Model Y. they generally handle pretty well. Okay, now I wish I can just push left. You see, it does nothing now. It should activate the manual. Let's say if I hold it, it still doesn't do anything. If I hold it and it goes into manual, that's better, right? Now I have to hold it and then go to menu and go up to fan speed and then increase the fan speed. So I think software wise this can be enhanced, but it's already way better than a lot of other cars. And of course there is a lot of stuff that you can play with. Just imagine you have a phone, you have your iPad or your Samsung tab and you're playing around with it. That's roughly how it is. Okay, now in a lot of EVs or PHEVs, when you open the door, they cut off the aircon, blah blah blah. Tesla has a camp mode. You know, this one allows the car to still run its aircon to condition the interior even when you're away, you know, stepping out, whatnot. Basically, these are all software, and I believe other car makers can also improve in time. All right. Other than that, is there anything to scream about on this car? Oh yeah, this, this. Oh, there are no blinds. Okay, and on a day like this in Malaysia, 35 degrees now? Yep, it's 35 degrees. You can see that. Okay, and if you touch this glass, it's like touching your hot water bottle, you know, your boiler. It's hot. All right, your babies will cry if they touch their heads. Yep, Tesla made it clear. It's tinted. That's about it. But I do like cars with a huge glass and it's tinted, so at least it's alright. But a lot of Malaysians will be like, whoa, you know. And I wouldn't want to know your windscreen insurance and all that. What's the coverage and all that. Now, how big is the car? The car is about the size, it's about that of an X1 when it comes to interior. It's definitely smaller than an X3 or a GLC. Yeah, it's about that with the Audi Q3 and all that. All right, they call it an SUV, but judging from the car, at best I would call it a crossover. It is definitely smaller than your Tiguan and the likes. It's bigger than the CX-30 though. It is bigger than that. And there are some wood stuffs over here. The plastics are decent. These are soft touch injection mold polyurethane, right? These are hard surfaces with a soft touch on top. The wood is nice. The build is okay, right? So we know they should be the ones built in China, because everybody says the China-built Teslas are better built than the American ones. Where are the keys for the Tesla? Yeah, the keys are here. It's an NFC key. You can touch your phone and then use your phone to unlock the car and all that. Okay. This one can be used for Zoom call. So there's a Zoom app that we can. I know. I mean, yeah. Don't. You're driving. Provided you stop halfway, you know, you're stopped at some place, and then it detects my car. Anyway, let's go for a drive. Now this one does the Century Sprint in 6.9. It has the single pedal operation. All right, 6.9 seconds isn't fast, but that's what I think EV cars should do. There's no reason to have an explosion of power and use up your chargers, your precious chargers for momentary fun. Ooh, steering is very much like the weighting of a BMW. It's heavy and the car drives well. I don't like the single pedal operation, but it's one of the most mild ones out there. Okay, it's one of the milder ones. Basically, when I lift off the pedal, of course you can adjust how strong you want it to be. I believe that's the case. Yeah. But that's the thing, it's a screen. You need to touch the screen to adjust the aircon flows and all that. More and more cars are doing this. All right. Visibility is good. The side mirrors are mounted on the doors, but there is a gap in between, except that from here I wouldn't be able to see the gap. The windscreen is tall enough, but not regular SUV kind of tall windscreen real estate. The drive is good. I mean, I've driven Teslas. Teslas they're all nice to drive. Right? They attracted the top talents of industries, and then yeah, they make great cars. Okay, signal, and then the camera is activated, so I can see my blind spot. See, all these things are what makes electric cars so interesting, because fundamentally they are different from our regular cars. There are so many things that you can integrate into the car by means of software upgrade. And something like this, they go over the air and you get some new features without you knowing it. Oh, I have this feature, you know, it's nice. Whereas our older cars, the previous generation car, or previous century kind of cars, can't really have that. I want my EV cars to accelerate like this, not boom, you know, slam my head into the headrest. You see, we are just beginning to see the onslaught of EV cars. That's why a lot of car makers like to show that, wow, look at the acceleration, blah, 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 the sustainability, you know, oh, our company needs to do something that shows that we are sustainable. Let's get an EV car here, do a show. We're still like that. But in the more mature markets like China, they no longer market on, oh, how fast is my EV versus your petrol combustion car. You know, they are like, Tesla, of course, is the harbinger of all this, right? It's about how good they are in in using whatever electric charge they have to give you an accurate mileage. All that, they're competing on that. They're no longer doing the acceleration stunts anymore. The other thing is, their consumers also understand that you're not posturing yourself to be a Greta Thunberg or an environmentalist when you buy an EV. No, it's for the tangible benefits of driving an EV. You look at petrol combustion cars, that's a luxury SUV there, that's a Cayenne, right? In the petrol combustion world, the more we pay, the more we get what? Smoothness, quietness, acceleration, and comfort, right? We are paying our way there. There was a Rolls-Royce behind us just now, and that's like the ultimate, right? And in order to achieve smoothness, the ultimate smoothness in engine, you want to have two inline six together to reduce the vibrations, and you end up with a V12, right? That's just to achieve smoothness. Okay, and then for comfort and all that, you basically everything that the petrol combustion cars has been trying to achieve are the prerequisites of what an EV is, right? As quiet as a Rolls-Royce is, EVs do it easier with lesser materials, with lesser soundproofing to achieve that level. So I don't think we need to argue on this anymore. It's not about, oh, I'm an environmentalist, oh, I'm help saving the world. Nah, none of that. It's for the tangible benefits of arriving home in your car, plugging it in every morning, waking up with a full battery of juice, and then with clever systems like Tesla's, you actually drive and then plan your destination and then the car is able to tell you where to charge, divert you there, and with their supercharger network, you can drive this like what 500 kms of WLTP range, and then by the time you did 500 km, you need to rest, you need your coffee, you need your toilet session, right? While you're doing all that, your car is charged up to 80% or 90% from that, and then you continue on your journey. So this is what makes them possible as actual viable EVs that you can really use even for long distance. See, the thing is this, humans have a limitation to how far we can drive in a day. We need to rest anyhow. And cars like these negates that worry in a way. But on the basis that we have enough chargers, right? That's most important. I remember when Tesla first arrived in Malaysia, they installed the chargers in Pavilion. There's a big sticker there, Tesla only. Then I was like, wait, I thought our government wants to have 10,000 chargers, public chargers all over the country by 2025. And if Tesla's chargers are Tesla only, how do you contribute towards that? Then I saw a statement from Tesla that a certain percentage are reserved for Tesla owners. The rest will be open, which is good. The second thing is, I think chargers in public spaces should all be DC, all right? Because fast charging, all right? That's another thing. Of course, there are people who go to work, park their cars and get it charged, right? They can use AC a few hours, done. 22 kilowatt AC chargers, 3-4 hours in your office, and then you're done, right? What I think Tesla is doing with their in-house chargers is they are able to plan their charger deployment with their sales numbers. And when you have these two figures, these two data, you can plan it properly so that your owners likely won't face a big issue of fighting over chargers and all that versus an unplanned deployment. Yeah. So I think what we need now in Malaysia is for government to say, all you EV charger deployment companies out there, scrap your app, use our My Sejahtera, which we have spent so much money on, having everybody's data, GPS location, blah, 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 everything. Use our My Sejahtera, and every charger should be on board together, so you don't even need to develop your own software. You want to invest in the charger, you just buy a charger and then invest in your own shop front and then tap into the network and you're done. Then our deployment will speed up. All right? So, yeah, it's a nice car. Comfortable, reasonably spacious, and I shall go to the rear seats now. Oh, something nice. This is the button, the electric release, but this is the mechanical release. The mechanical release is just here. Very nice. Let's go to the rear seats. This beats whatever GLB, X1, Q3, and all that, okay? Look at that. I have size 11.5 feet, and the distance between my feet from the base of the rear seats to the starting of the rails, look at how high it is mounted solely for this purpose. And for middle passenger, look at that. See, that's what EVs are supposed to do. When you design your EV from the ground up to be an EV, you should have stuff like that. Whereas a lot of German car makers are still not optimizing space like these. Okay, comfortable. I have a lot of headroom. One of the rare kind of cars where the rear passenger actually sits lower than the front passenger. Usually rear passenger sits higher. This is lower. I got some pockets here, nothing much. So, it's not a luxury car, but it's an honest product. This is a very honest product, all right? Even though we heard news of how Tesla is very good in cost optimizations, all these are acceptable quality, build quality is nice. It's an honest product, and you can feel it from the product itself. It's not fancy, it doesn't try to woo you with some silly features. You know, it doesn't, you know, take you around the roundabout and just trying to, oh, look at that. and it folds flat. Very nice. This one folds. It's magnetic. Yeah, it's magnetically latched. So it's a very honest product. It's a good product. Okay, plasticky, yes, but at least it's not cheaply. It's designed to save you money. Doesn't mean it's a cheap product. Yeah. I like honest cars like these. Let's look at the boot. Oh, there are no mechanical release in the rear seats because you have it in the front anyway. That's a huge latch. This one, I suppose, is also magnetically released. Oh. Yeah, it folds like that. Not the most intuitive on first try, but if you know, you know for the rest of your life. All right? Hi, Rachel. I think she fits in here. Yeah, you can go in and then I can close the latch. This one as well, hidden storage. So the boot is huge. All right, very honest product. I like it. You can lie down. Yep. And as for this one, AC, DC. Okay. Cheers.